Congratulations to my fellow nominees. Simply being recognized along with you is an honor in itself. And thank you for this 2020 Watson Medal and the privilege to reflect for a few minutes and express my gratitude. Bill Foege, who knew a few things about public health, once said, "You can get a lot done in public health if you don't care who gets the credit." Wise words, which I have always taken to mean that the joy and impact of public health is in the collective we bigger than me. And nothing has made that more apparent than the challenges the COVID-19 pandemic response has shown us. Dixie Snyder, another public health giant, talked about servant leadership as the core principle for why we do this work. We stand on the shoulders of our mentors, we fight in the trenches with our colleagues, and we share the dreams and aspirations of our mentees, students, and fellows. We succeed with the love and support of our family and friends. Allow me to recognize a select few of the many CDC mentors who have shaped and influenced my path. Dr. David Addis, my EIS supervisor in the Division of Parasitic Disease, supported me tirelessly in Malawi and other investigations. In Malawi, we followed the outbreak of schistosomiasis that started with Peace Corps volunteers, and we learned the importance of sentinel travelers and expatriates to discover a newly emerged schistosomiasis threat to the local populations of Chembe villages that emerged from the depths of Lake Malawi. This crystallized my early understanding of the intersection between pathogen, hosts, and milieu in the emergence of infectious diseases, perfect storms which can lead to global pandemics. And of course, Jim Hughes, the former director of the National Center for Infectious Disease, and his famous opportunity knocks. Jim first invited me to contribute to CDC's strategic response to the first IOM report on emerging infectious disease in 1992 under the leadership of Joshua Lederberg. In our response, CDC proposed sentinel provider networks as a partnership between clinicians and public health to enhance global surveillance. GeoSentinel and the U.S.-Mexico border infectious disease surveillance projects were born 25 years ago and continue to this day. DGMQ colleagues, I must say DGMQ is one of the best, hardworking, and dynamic teams I've ever experienced at CDC. DGMQ had its rebirth in 1996 from the old Foreign Quarantine Service, which came to CDC in 1967, but laid in hibernation for almost 30 years. I want to give a shout out to a few of those early pioneers, many who are still with us together today in DGMQ, including Rachel Barwick-Idex, Michelle Weinberg, Todd Mercer, Sue Maloney, and from OGC, Joe Foster. Thank you all for sharing the vision along with me. And our contemporary DGMQ leadership, Katrin Cole, Lisa Rotz, Marianne, Jennifer, Kate, Shaw, Amra, Nikki, Clive, Nina, Kathy, Ardith, Cindy, Julia, and from OGC, Jim Mizrahi, and so many others. Thank you for helping bring this vision to life every single day, for your untiring commitment, passion, and expertise. And to the many mentees, students, and fellows who have coursed through DGMQ, we have hosted scores of these fellows and students. You challenge us with hard questions, you inspire us with your energy, and you push us to innovate. Thank you for carrying the vision of DGMQ forward all the time. As you can see, the Watson Medal is a group award, not really an individual one, but there have been several key decisions which have empowered the trajectory we've taken. For me, the first one was the decision to come to CDC in 1992 and join EIS, a pivot away from my anticipated path in academic medicine. CDC is an unparalleled institution with unbeatable mission, big impact, and the best people. Absolutely the best people I have ever worked with. Number two, the decision to answer the call. 1996, Jim Hughes, opportunity knocks again. We need to re-envision the quarantine service for public health in the 21st century. A fresh approach. It was a scary, daunting task, but a privilege and honor to join many others in creating that new vision. And number three, recruit, retain, and build the best team possible with the strongest set of values. A diverse, service-oriented, population-based, horizontally focused team that is trustworthy, based in science, program, regulation, and a strong ethical construct and moral compass. Finally, the best decision by far was the choice to marry Maya Yod 35 years ago. And I realized that wasn't just my decision. Maya, a skilled nurse as well as a public health educator, got her MPH at Emory while I was doing EIS. Maya is wise, compassionate, and spiritually grounded. A survivor of many challenges, Maya has been my anchor and source of strength for 35 years, and the backbone of our family. Maya, you are my North Star. Your sacrifices are the reason we all succeed. I am grateful to be your life partner. Thank you, love. This reflection honoring William C. Watson Jr. highlights that our legacy is all about the people with whom we journey, past, present, and future. When we succeed, our collective efforts are woven into the hearts and souls of countless others. In reality, most of the time, we and those we serve will remain anonymous to one another, and that is the gift of public health, a gift that keeps on giving. I cherish my CDC colleagues and thank all of you, friends and family, for sharing this gift with me.